Ever wonder what the new real estate law means for you as a buyer? Don't worry, Mama's got you covered. In today's episode, I'm breaking down the top 5 questions everyone's asking me. From signing forms to saving money and working with agents, we'll clear up the confusion and make sure you're ready to navigate this new landscape like a pro. Let's get to it. Hey there! Welcome to Your Real Estate Mama. I'm Jan Scott, and I'm here to help you navigate the ups and downs of buying or selling a home. I've been wrangling the real estate market for over 35 years, and trust me, with all this gray hair comes a whole lot of wisdom. I'm excited to share tips, a little humor, and plenty of encouragement to make your journey easier. Whether you're new or a regular, I'm so glad you're here. Follow the show for new episodes every week, and together we'll grow and help even more folks. We're now 3 months into working into the new real estate law, and I've been out in the field, meeting clients and showing properties. While a few buyers have heard of the law, most have questions and uncertainties. I found myself explaining the changes over and over, so today I'm sharing the top 5 questions I've been asked. This way, you can get a clear understanding of what this law means for you. So let's dive in and clear up the confusion together. The number one question that I have been getting is, why do I have to sign before I commit? Well, one of the reasons this law occurred was for lack of transparency on how and who pays the buyer agent. So in order to make sure everyone involved in a real estate transaction understands what the brokerage amount is, and who is paying it, the law felt like it was in the consumer's best interest to present this right up front before agents could show a house. It's basically the same form we have always used, but before you didn't sign it until you went under contract. So it's for total transparency and clarification purposes. We are no longer able to list the percentage the seller will offer in the MLS as before. So now the buyer's agents will have to call before showing and find out what the seller is willing to pay. We are finding over the past 3 months, most sellers want business as usual and will still pay the buyer fee in the sales price. But this has to be in writing up front with your buyer agent. Question number 2. What happens if I refuse to sign anything? Well, agents simply cannot show you the house. Now, keep in mind, you don't have to commit to a long-term time frame. You can just put one address, just a one-time showing with the agent, a one afternoon showing with the agent. You can control that by simply telling the agent you are not ready to commit to any agent yet, but you will sign for a one-time showing on this property. But remember, if you end up buying that home, you will need to use the agent that showed you that home. But be aware that if an agent agrees to show you a home without this signed agreement, then they are breaking the law and they're subject to severe penalties and losing their real estate license. Question number 3 that I've been getting is, can I just go directly to the listing agent and save some money? The answer to that question is yes, you can go directly to the listing agent, but save some money? Well, let me share some thoughts on that decision before you jump on that. Here are some things you need to think about. The listing agent only has the seller's best interest in mind, as well as their job is to get as much money as possible for that seller. They are not obligated to share any information with you at all, so you will be on your own. If you have a buyer agent representing you, they are trained in how to negotiate and present the offer in a way that the seller could end up paying part of the closing and all of your buyer agent's fees. So overall, the National Association of Realtors statistics state that buyers who use an agent tend to pay less money. As I have said time and time again in my episodes, a great agent is worth their weight in gold and can help navigate through all the things that can and do go wrong from the time the contract is signed until you leave the closing table. Sometimes the easiest part of a real estate transaction is signing the contract, but it's how things are handled from the contract to closing that can go south in a hurry. Question number 4. Can I sign this form with more than one agent? The answer to that is no, unless you want to pay all the agents you sign agreements with a commission when you buy a home. The best thing to do is to interview your agents, set appointments with them, and then ask them the top 5 questions that I refer to in episode 1. If you are still not sure, then take it one house at a time until you can build a relationship and get to know your agent. If you have found a knowledgeable agent with good communication skills who knows the area you are looking and has the perfect connection to professionals that can guide you, then by all means, sign that buyer agreement and create your team to get the job done. You know, the National Association of Realtors statistics state that in 2024, 89% of home buyers used an agent and stated that their experience was great and that they would use that agent again. Question number 5. What will an agent actually do for me? Well, that is a great question. Here are just a few of the tasks an agent handles to make your experience smoother and more successful. Well, the number one thing is they find a home within your budget. And in the real estate jungle today, that's not an easy task. Next, they research neighborhoods to find the one that fits your lifestyle. Then they prepare and submit competitive offers. They negotiate terms on your behalf. They handle requests for repairs after inspections and guide you through the closing process. And that is just scratching the surface. I actually have a list of 179 tasks agents do to make sure you're taken care of every step of the way. And if you'd like the full list, just send me an email to jan@yourrealestatemama.com. I'd love to send you the list. Real estate agents do a lot. Think of them first and foremost as your guide through all the complicated tasks that lead up to closing day. Plus, research from the National Association of Realtors says you'll sell your home for more money with an agent than by selling it solo. And it also states that buyers get a better price when buying through a buyer agent, among the many things that real estate agents do. Here's a list of some great questions to ask your agent before you commit. Number 1, how will you communicate with me? Number 2, what sets you apart from other real estate agents? Number 3, if I sign a contract with you, can I cancel without a penalty before I buy a house? Number 4, what is a previous client of yours that I can call for a reference? Once you've found the right real estate agent, congratulations, you are ready to go, and this is a great accomplishment. Okay, here's an example of why you need a good real estate agent. You know, earlier this year, I helped a client sell their condo and purchase a new home. Just a couple of months after moving in, they had to relocate out of state due to unexpected health issues. Well, with the builders still active in their neighborhood and offering incentives on new builds, I knew I'd need a strong strategy to get their home sold quickly and at a competitive price. Well, we listed their home, and before long, we received an offer $12,000 above asking price to cover the buyer's closing cost. It was an exciting offer, but I quickly explained that the higher price might present appraisal issues and advised them to proceed with caution. To keep their options open, I suggested we continue showing the property for backup offers and hold off on packing until the appraisal came through. Well, as anticipated, the appraisal came back lower than the sales price. At this point, I went into Plan B. I approached the buyer's agent and proposed a creative solution. I suggested they ask the buyer's lender to adjust some closing costs. If their lender couldn't help, I offered to connect them with one of my local trusted lenders who could. With some negotiations on both sides and seller's agreement to contribute, we were able to cover the buyer's closing. My seller ultimately netted the same amount they had expected from the original offer. Thanks to strategic planning and negotiation, my client was able to close the sale successfully and move on to the purchase of their new home in their desired area. Having an agent who understands the ins and outs of complex deals can make all the difference. Please don't navigate this real estate jungle by yourself. If you don't know a great agent that fits Mama's standards, send me an email and I'll find you one. I truly think this new law will turn out being one of the best things to happen to our real estate industry. It will make good agents get better, and it'll weed out those not so good agents. As always, I like to leave you with some mama wisdom and inspiration. When you're house hunting, remember to surround yourself with a strong, trustworthy team of experts. In Proverbs 3:21-22, it tells us, "My son, do not let wisdom and understanding out of your sight. Preserve sound judgment and discretion. They will be life for you." Buying a home is a significant decision, and wisdom, sound judgment, and discretion are your greatest allies. Seek out professionals who are knowledgeable and committed to your best interest, and never hesitate to ask for guidance along the way. With the right support and a heart open to wisdom, you'll find the place that feels like home. Well, that's a wrap. Follow the show for new episodes every week. Don't forget to leave a review, rating, or comment on your favorite podcast platform. Feel free to send me an email to jan@yourrealestatemama.com. I love hearing your questions and comments, and I'd be happy to help you find a great real estate agent anywhere you live. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at Your Real Estate Mama Podcast. Until next time, y'all take care. Happy house hunting, and remember, you should always listen to your mama.